Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore, currently in Singapore, and welcome to day 64 of my 100 day vlog series. So this series is for you if you're someone who is pursuing your dream and going after something that really matters to you and that is a meaningful and worthy purpose for you, and you're not really sure how to get started, or maybe you have started but you're kind of stuck somewhere and there's a lot of uncertainty and doubt as to whether this is really the right path for you or not. Well, you're not alone in this journey. I have been in this journey for many years now, for most of my life now, and for the last 8 years really intentionally learning what this is all about and putting structures in place such that I can make my dreams come true a lot easier than before. Still not that easy, but a lot easier than before. Well, less challenging than before. So I'm here to share my experiences and my learnings in the hopes that you might benefit from hearing them, and be able to frame it into your own life and your own journey such that you can move forward powerfully towards your dreams. So if you have questions about these, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. So the past couple of days I shared about how it's important to try something new, or to get yourself out of your comfort zone in the direction of your dreams and growing yourself in the area that you need it most such that it is easier to get closer to your dream. Once again, this is not an easy journey. This is not something that, just because it's your dream, it's not going to magically come true when the time is right, or when, the big plan for you that the universe has finally is set in motion. It does not happen that way. Our dreams happen only because we take action to make them happen. And if there's something that you're lacking in terms of your ability and your capability and your capacity, then you have to find ways to push that limit and push yourself out of your comfort zone to grow yourself such that you're able to make your dream come true. So there are many things that go into making a dream come true, and I've shared about some of them over the last, I don't know how many vlogs. Okay, first you want to have a specific form of your dream that you are working on at the moment, and whatever is right for you right now. And this is where the SMART goal framework helps a lot, because it helps to create a specific outcome that you're looking for, as well as a specific plan in the form of a project that is easier for you to execute. So with a goal, you know exactly where you want to end up. With a plan, you know exactly how you're going to get there in terms of the actions you need to take to get there. Then what is left is really you taking the action. And this is the part which is actually the most difficult, because figuring out the goal, figuring out the dream, a lot of that has to do with physical reality and things that you can see, things that you can measure, things that you can interact with in the physical reality that we live in. However, the things that really ensures whether we succeed or not has a lot to do with our internal state and with our internal attitude, with how we approach things, and with how we are thinking about things as well. So on the one hand, it could be that you're not feeling so great about it. Maybe you're not feeling that confident about it, and because of that, you might do the right things, you might follow your plan, but even so, your dream you may not end up with the result that you want and the outcome that you want. And sometimes what goes off isn't so much the plan and the things that you're doing in the physical reality we live in, but rather what's going on up here. So there's this thing that is called intention. And intention is the will behind the thought. Intention is basically you put forth, you have your goal, you have your plan, and the intent for you is that you want to make it happen. That you have decided that I'm going to do this no matter what. It's that attitude that you have, that you're going to give it everything that you've got. Not just give it your best, but give it everything that you've got. And that you're putting in your 100%, sometimes even your 110, 120% to ensure that you get the outcome that you want. So that might even mean that, after 1 month you don't get the outcome you want. Okay, you still stick to it. You revamp your plan, you revise your plan, you see what went wrong, and you start again. And you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going. No matter how many times you may fail, you re-evaluate what has happened, you tweak your project once again, and you still keep going. And it's that kind of fervor, that kind of resilience, that kind of attitude that a person has. What drives that is the intention to make this dream actually come true. So in the context of Christianity, it could be similar to what is called faith. When we have faith in something, it is to believe in it so much that it actually comes true. Like when people pray and they have a lot of faith in something, what they're actually doing is they're setting an intention and they're putting forth an intention into the world such that whatever they are praying for could actually come true. In most cases, it's because you pray for it, you set that intention, and then you do the right things in the physical reality that leads to the outcome that you want. So a lot of times it's not necessarily that the higher powers have favored you, but rather it is your own effort and your own intention and your own strength that has actually gotten you to that outcome. This is not to say that any religious beliefs or whatever is wrong. I'm just saying that sometimes it's not because the higher power has intervened. It's because you managed to get there on your own effort and you don't realize it. There is a possibility also that sometimes our thought process and the intent that we have in our thought is so powerful that it actually manifests things just by thinking it. There are people out there whose intent is so powerful that they think of something and they focus all their mind power onto that one thing and it happens. It is very possible and it happens too. And then of course there's also that possibility that there is some higher power that is making things happen on our behalf. I have no idea. Okay, I just know that in this reality that we live in, a lot of times what gets us to the goals that we have, what gets us to the dreams that we have is because one, we know exactly where we want to end up. Two, we have a plan that details exactly what we need to handle in this physical, tangible reality that we live in, such that we get to that outcome and that smart goal that we have set. And three, a lot of it comes back down to our attitude, who we are as we are going about making this dream happen. Are you someone who is positive that it's going to happen, or are you someone who just keeps thinking, oh, I'm going to fail, oh, I'm going to fail, oh, I'm going to fail, and then you're not giving it the best that you've got, you're not giving it everything that you've got, and as a result, even though you may have the perfect plan, you may have a very clear goal that is easily attainable, but then you still fall short of it. So ultimately it's about setting that intention. It's about willing yourself to want it and willing yourself to go for it no matter what happens, and you keep going at it. Even if you might fail, it's to just pick yourself up and to keep going at it again. It really comes back down to your attitude. And there's a saying, attitude is everything, and it is really true. Your attitude will determine a lot of times whether you make it or whether you don't make it. But then again, it is always a learning journey, and even if you don't make it, we try again. We just come back to the drawing board and we revamp things and we try again and we keep going, and it's ultimately all a practice in learning how to do it better the next time. So if you like today's video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube or like my Facebook page wherever you're seeing this on. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. And I'll see you tomorrow.